Today we found in one of the boxes that arrived from the Netherlands, we found Bibles. So I asked our volunteers who doesn't have Bibles, and I shared with them as a present. So there are 6 people who are ready. Look, we have, you see already, automation. Now, yeah, every day there are some improvements. And here we have also more automatic line of peeling potatoes. So now, look, by the way, also I'll show this. So these rests are also gathered, and they appear to be even more precious than the food. We got requests from people from the villages around, and we are given these rests of food. We are given to people in the villages which are feeding animals. Mostly it is for the pigs, and people are given, well, cooking it or boiling, I don't know, and given this food for the pigs to be able to feed their families. And what you see now, there are more and more people, even in the town, they are planting some things because it's spring. They're trying to plant things to grow, harvest for themselves this year, because they expect shortage of food also in future. At the same time, we are now thinking what should be our steps, and I also ask all of you who are following my videos to pray together with us and to think about what do we have to concentrate on, because we are getting all kinds of requests, from helping and feeding animals to delivering big-scale generators for hospitals. But we see that our possibilities are limited, and so far we're thinking much more to concentrate on food, and food for people, for older people who stay, and some families which are here. We see that some families are coming back to the town with children, and we try to concentrate on them. We are less following requests from the army, because army is getting more organized and they have more or less their centralized food supply. But those people, they stay on their own and they have no means for survival. So we try to concentrate on them, and we are trying to organize our volunteers in that way. We are also thinking now about separate location, separate warehouse, specifically for food supplies which are coming to us from the Netherlands. Arenda's family, sisters of her, and friends and churches from Holland are collecting some food supplies. Some of our friends from Germany just brought several microbuses with food. We are expecting it tomorrow or day after tomorrow here. Some other friends of us are contacting that there are high nutrition food coming from US, and we will try to distribute it as well. And we see that already with the food we are more than loaded. We are overloaded, in fact, already, while actually, well, strange to say, but almost usual business should also start, because people are asking more and more for the jobs. So we have a company which was making bakery ingredients, and we have again we already started again production. We are delivering to those customers which are concentrated in the west of Ukraine, just to support families of our employees and to give jobs to more people here. It's not about profit, it's not about developing business, but it's just about giving people possibility to work, to earn money, to feed their families. So today we again continue giving out bread for free, giving out soup for free, and more and more checking out the needs of people to be able just personally to address food. Yesterday, one man was able to escape from the village which was occupied, and he was returning back to his village. So we gave him also food to that village. We gave some supplies, some batteries, some lighters to support people. We don't have clear picture yet how active Russians will attack us in Kiev, or they will concentrate more at the south and east. We don't know. We see that the fights are a bit more far from our town, but we still know that there are quite some Russian troops here around. And that's why we have to be careful, and we try to support people, first of all here, and then in the villages in the neighborhood, but also in Chernihiv, because Chernihiv is suffering the most from the neighboring towns. It's like 100 kilometers from us. There is no gas, no electricity, no water supply, so people are just surviving there. And big bridges are exploded, so people just walking can deliver. So we are putting some food in microbuses and people walking, delivering these food supplies, and it's a town of 300,000 people. So it's a big town. At the same time, they're trying to evacuate as much as possible children and women and older people, but every day it becomes more dangerous and more difficult. So that is also one of the lines we are trying to develop. So stay with us, pray for us, and thank you for your support, which enables us to continue the ministry, because it seems that the situation will continue for long, and we will need even more funds to be able to do what we are doing, because together with the food, together with the bread, we are also trying to give the word from God to people, word of support, word of hope, and word of salvation. This day ends with loading of trucks or buses. This is Catholic priest. This goes to Trostianets. It was just rescued. The town was just rescued from Russian occupation, and yesterday these guys were there. It's completely bombed and just humanitarian crisis there. So we try to supply with whatever we have. We don't have much left. We still expect by the end of this week, we expect some more humanitarian aid to come our way, and then we'll load, because what happens now, more and more towns are rescued from Russian occupation, and there is really catastrophic situation. So people were sitting for 2-3 weeks without electricity, water, food supplies or medicines, and now as soon as there is access, our Christian brothers from different churches are trying to drive there, on one hand to pick up people who still want to evacuate, or just they're taking them for kind of rehabilitation for some time to stay at the west of Ukraine or send them abroad. But with every bus we are trying to load food, we're trying to load some clothes, we are trying to load some hygiene means, and in this way to support people who stay in those towns. Because Chernihiv is now closed. Yesterday they tried to pick up people from Chernihiv, but it was not possible. Not only that the bridge is bombed, but also there was a way where you could walk through a small bridge, only walking, not driving. But now it is also under heavy attack of Russians, and they just don't allow people to cross that bridge as well, so we are not able to supply to Chernihiv. So we switched to Sumy region, Trostianets and other towns which were bombed, heavily bombed, but now rescued. So hopefully this will reach people there, and we will continue making our ministry. Thank you that you support us.